Hello everyone, and welcome to my General Hospital News YouTube channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribers button and give this video a thumbs up. Dex told Christina in Blaze's hotel room that he wasn't sure what he was going to do about Sonny yet. After telling Christina to look after herself, he departed. Blaze reassured Christina that she had done nothing wrong and that her top priorities should be the baby and herself. Though Christina didn't think she was contributing in any way by allowing Sonny to roam free once more, she was worried that the infant was living in a better world than her own. They departed after Blaze promised to take Christina home and prepare her breakfast. When Carly showed up at Anna's office, she was told of Brennan's stabbing by Anna. She went on to say that, although Brennan wouldn't confirm or deny it, he claimed that that self-stab would have allowed him to see Carly once more. Carly, visibly outraged, argued that she had nothing to do with Brennan and walked out. After a little while, Anna was studying Brennan's paperwork when she heard someone knock on her door, and Dex came in. She insisted on knowing what had happened after noticing his face was bruised and wounded. Dex informed Anna of what had transpired with Sonny the previous evening and affirmed that it was off the record. If he didn't file charges against Sonny, he wondered if he would be tarnishing the badge before he ever put it on. She told him he wasn't required to file charges, but she did agree that he was within his rights to do so. She warned him that there were repercussions for every crime. After deciding not to file any charges, Dex thanked her for her time. He walked out after she assured him he would make a good police officer. Ava told Sonny at his place that Christina would come around as her pregnancy's high emotions subsided. Sonny continued, blaming Jason for interfering and exacerbating the situation once his boys had turned against him. Ava said she would make whoever was knocking on the door go away. Carly entered even though Ava had opened the door for her. Sonny was grateful that Carly had talked him down the previous evening, and he persisted in blaming Jason for the event. She questioned who Sonny would hold accountable for his actions after he ran out of traitors. Carly glared at Ava before leaving, but he insisted that he and Christina would be all right. "It's almost like she wants you estranged from your kids," Ava said. Elizabeth would not allow Finn to abandon his sobriety at Finn's, but Finn sternly reminded her that he was responsible for his own sobriety. She argued that she had Violet's best interests in mind. Finn told her she had two options: go make friendship bracelets with Violet or go. Elizabeth was astonished as he opened the door and walked out. He started crying as he shut the door in her face. Gazing at the compass Gregory had given him, Chase stood in the Quartermaine foyer. Elizabeth answered his phone when it called. She informed him that Finn and Violet needed him even though she was aware of how much was going on. In the Quartermaine living room, Ned walked up to Brooke Lynn and asked what he could do for his daughter. She spoke softly, explaining that she wanted to use this chance to express her love to her father because she knew that Chase was devastated by his father's passing. They embraced when he expressed the same feeling. A little while later, Ned saw Lois preparing food for anyone who might wish to join together after learning about Gregory. What more could the cosmos throw at the recently married couple? Lois wondered. She also mentioned that Tracy and Gregory had been close, so she advised Ned to speak with Gregory's mother. Lois persisted, thinking Tracy actually had feelings for the man, even if he had promised to check on her later. Suddenly, Ned declared himself a lousy son, realizing that Lois was right. Though she disagreed, Lois argued that everyone should treat one another better. Lois told Ned how much she loved and appreciated him, but also noted that life was brief. She declared that she wouldn't change a thing and was happy that she had married him. Ned echoed the emotion, stating that she had positively transformed his life, and they shared a hug. When Lois answered the front door a little while later, she was thrilled to see Gio waiting there with his bags. When Lois revealed the news about Gregory a few minutes later, Gio felt it was not the right moment to be staying there. He was extended family to the Quartermaines, thus Lois urged that he remain. She hugged him, thinking that this was the ideal location for him. Violet came out of her room with a friendship bracelet for Aidan, while Finn had just finished another drink. Elizabeth had to go, but he promised she could give Aidan the bracelet later. A knock on the door brought Chase and Brooklyn inside. Observing the open liquor bottle, Brooklyn proposed taking Violet on a stroll so that Finn and Chase could discuss dull, grown-up stuff. Violet nodded, gave her dad a hug, and they drove off. Finn told Chase everything that had happened because he wanted to know. When Chase saw the bottle, Finn acknowledged that he had maybe more than one drink. Brooklyn told Violet at Bobby's that she was welcome to discuss Gregory with her if she so desired. Violet said that she had been thinking about Finn's sadness. She asked abruptly, "What if something happens to my dad? He's my everything." Violet was reassured by Brooklyn that Finn was robust and healthy, and he will live a long time. During the hearing, Alexis discussed how she had been disbarred by the medical board rather than a court of law due to her perjury. She went on to say that Fergus had been on the panel at the Bar Association meeting, which had taken place without her presence. When he replied that he had withdrawn from the case, Alexis retorted that his legal partner had been his substitute. Alexis insisted on knowing the identity of her accuser because she didn't believe she had received a fair trial. One of the judges asked Fergus to identify the accuser after some back and forth, and he blurted out, "Ava Jerome." A stunned Diane asked for a hearing to evaluate Ava's integrity and dependability, but the judges turned her request down. Rather, she'd asked for a break to prepare a reply to the ambush. The judges anticipated hearing both closing arguments after they approved a 10-minute break. A few minutes later, Alexis was outside the room discussing how Ava's past relationship with Julian was working against her, and Fergus' conflict of interest was related to her past relationship with Neil. She believed that the law had never been a factor in her disbarment. The women were called back into the room by an emerging guard. Alexis blamed Ava for making her lose herself by losing her legal license. Christina clarified that she had no idea who Sonny truly was because he had been a completely different person before witnessing her father attack Dex. After changing into her new attire, Christina apologized to her brother for being unjust to him when she asked Michael to speak with Dex. Blaze reminded Christina that Michael loved her and she shouldn't be so hard on herself. The topic of Dex maybe filing charges came up. Christina thought that Michael's choice to speak with Dex was influenced by the realization that she would have to testify against her father. Though Christina recognized that Sonny shouldn't be allowed to get away with attacking and threatening to kill people, Blaze still believed Michael was an incredible brother. Christina took out her phone and dialed the number. Dex showed up a little while later. His injuries surprised both Blaze and Christina, so Blaze offered to get him some ice. Dex graciously rejected, and Christina had to realize Jocelyn had been correct about Sonny. Dex reassured Christina, saying, "There's no victory lap when it comes to being right about Sonny." Christina said she was sorry for coming across as dismissive of the circumstances. Admittedly, Christina had been living under a false impression of Sonny, preferring to see him as the guy she knew him to be rather than the full person that Sonny was. Dex acknowledged that during his time working for Sonny, he had also wished to see the positive aspects of him. Christina clarified that she had phoned Dex to let him know that, should he choose to file charges against her father, she would testify on his behalf. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, so please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.